I have two super affordable corned beef recipes that use shelf stable canned corned beef for year round delicious meals on a budget. Hey, what's clucking, peeps? I'm Georgiana, and welcome to Hairtail Farm. I've divided the traditional corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes into two different recipes. So stay to the end to see which recipe is your favorite. Will the potatoes win or the cabbage? And wait until you see what hairy critter pops into today's video. Let's get cooking. The struggle is real with this canned corned beef, so be careful when you're trying to open it. I ended up taking the struggle off the screen and found out as I got into it that I slightly cut my thumb a little bit. Um, so definitely be careful when you're opening. It doesn't necessarily open the easiest, but again, we appreciate it that it's shelf stable, so we can access some meat, year round as part of our storage. So once you get it out of the can, we're gonna go and dice it up into smaller pieces. Once you give it a basic chop, we're gonna put it in a pan. I put about a tablespoon of olive oil and heating the pan up. It's over medium-high heat. We want to just sort of saute this and brown it up. We're just going to kind of mash it into little crumbles. And that takes about a few minutes. Starting to get some color on the corned beef. So I'm going to remove it from the pan, putting it all in one bowl. But we're going to end up dividing this one can of corned beef into two different recipes. And each recipe makes 4 servings. So this stretches it really far. One can of corned beef costs at this time about $3.50. So really good deal. So I added a pat of butter to the pan after I took that out. And we're going to start with sauteing our onions. Fun little tip, the gloves I had, I went to grab a glove when I found out my finger was cut. But they're smalls. That's all I could get. Sometimes, shorthanded. And it's the size we have on hand. So I just cut the thumb off to wear on my thumb. And that works really well. Since I'd already grabbed out a glove, I didn't want to go hunt for a Band-Aid. Well, this is already waterproof, so it works out good. Go ahead and season your onions. We added some salt and pepper. And a little bit of garlic powder. Add as much as you like. And then if you have some dried parsley, add some of that in. I like how it adds a little bit of color to the dish and extra little nutrients in a dried herb even. We saute that up. Add about a heaping tablespoon of flour. You just want to coat the onions. It's going to help us make a sauce that thickens up a little bit. And I'm using soy milk, but use whatever milk you have on hand. Add about a cup and a half of milk to the pan. And stir that up. We'll let it cook for a minute or two. And we'll go ahead and add our potatoes in. I've got 5 gold potatoes here. They were a little on the smaller side. You could use 4 large, 5 of the small. Either one will work. If you're making this for a larger family, you could double this recipe. Go ahead and stir that together a bit. And we're going to go ahead and put it in a greased pan. This is an 8x8 casserole dish. It'll be easier to mix up the sauce with the potatoes and onions once they're in the pan. So go ahead and spread your potatoes and onions in an even layer, mixed up evenly as best you can. And now we're going to add half of that cooked corned beef. We're just going to spread it on the top, scatter it about evenly. And we'll save the other half for the second recipe. And then next, we're going to top this off with some shredded cheese. You can use shredded mozzarella or whichever cheese you have at hand. I love this blend of mozzarella and provolone mix. It's one of my favorites. But again, use whatever cheese you have or whatever's your favorite. And you can use as much as you want. I'm not going to give a quantity. You can do a few ounces to a whole lot. Go with your gut. Go with what you guys like for your family. And then I sprinkled on some more parsley on the top to make it pretty. And then we're going to cover this with some foil. I've got the oven heated to 350. And we're going to bake this for about 50 minutes to an hour. With potatoes, it depends sometimes how long it gets them to get tender. And about halfway through, you're going to want to take the foil off and cook the second half of the time with the foil off. I took it off about 30 minutes in. And I cooked mine for just over 50 minutes. And this is what it looks like. Looks delicious. And it was delicious. But will it be my favorite out of the two recipes? We'll have to see. But I think that's a pretty darn good looking dish. Okay, for this recipe, we're going to do a bit more of a stir fry with the corned beef. So I've chopped up a bunch of cabbage into bite-sized pieces. I've grated 1 carrot, chopped up an onion, just a regular yellow onion, into bite-sized pieces, and have about 3/4 cup of green beans. Use as much as you want. I'll probably be using about a cup of water. This is the second half of the canned corned beef that I cooked from the first recipe. So it's already cooked up and sauteed some. And then we're going to use a little bit of bouillon. We're just going to make a light sauce. I've got a slurry already prepared. So we'll have just a light sauce, and rice is cooking, and we'll just serve it over rice. So very affordable, light, slight Asian style dinner. Okay, I've got a tablespoon of olive oil heating up in a pan. We're going to start with our onions first. This might splatter a bit. It's pretty hot. Okay, we'll let these go for a bit. Okay, the onions have been cooking on medium-high for a few minutes. Now we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients. At least the rest of the veggies. Got a decent amount of cabbage, but that should cook down some. Carrots. We don't mind if they get a little soft. That's kind of why I grated them. You could have like the matchstick ones if you didn't want to bother. I know they cost a little bit more, but the store's done the prep work. If you buy those little matchstick carrots, that would work well in here too. And the green beans that I've got thawed, wanted to get a little cooked also. So, a lot of veg. And it always feels like thievery. We've got this cabbage and the carrots. I never plan enough carrots for myself. It's like thievery from the rabbits. Insert clip of button. Boy. Hi, Button. It's okay. Hi, Button. Is it okay if I steal a carrot for dinner? And some cilantro? And a whole mess of cabbage? Is that okay? Oh, what a good boy. Good boy. Thank you. Okay, we'll let this cook down for a few minutes. Okay, this has been sauteing for about 5 minutes. Now we're going to jazz it up with some seasoning and some sauce. Gonna add some pepper. I haven't salted. Oh yeah, I forgot. I did add a little garlic powder. Just so you know, you can add a little bit of that. I added the bouillon to the cup of water, so it's all blended in. We're gonna add that in because the corned beef is salty, and we've got some soy sauce or liquid aminos for extra sauce saltiness too. Let's go ahead and get everybody in here. This has been in the fridge. It needs to warm up. Once this comes up to temperature, we'll put in the slurry. As a reminder, with the slurry, the food or the liquid you're putting it in has to be hot, and the slurry is cold. It needs to be that contrasting temperature. Alrighty, let's make a little well in the middle for our slurry. And this slurry was about 2 teaspoons of cornstarch and 2 teaspoons of water. Just pour that in. I'll let the sauce thicken up a little bit. If it gets too thick, you can always add more water. We like things to be a little saucy going over the rice so the rice soaks it all up. Now let's also add just a touch of our liquid aminos, soy sauce, like I said. There we go, just a tad. Let's cook up for a minute. It's already thickening up. Gonna give it 1 more minute, then I'm gonna serve it up. I'm gonna fancy this up. If you've got some sesame seeds, some cilantro. Since I was into thievery, I stole some cilantro from the rabbits also. So I'll be garnishing with that. Okay, dinner is served. Like I said, I put some chopped cilantro that I stole from the bunny rabbits on top and some sesame seeds. You could add that if you'd like, or if you have it. If not, it's fine without. Still just delicious. Nice and saucy, served over your favorite rice. It's looking good. Enjoy. So, which dish was our favorite this week? Well, the first dish was cheesy delicious with the creamy potatoes and salty corned beef. But the corned beef cabbage stir fry turned out to be even more delicious and our favorite. We pretty much annihilated it. So if you have it, I think the liquid aminos or soy sauce really takes it to the next level. Recipes for both are in the description below. For more budget-friendly recipes, check out my other cabbage and potato videos here, and get your free copy of my weekly meal planner and day planner in one. Link is in the description box below too. Please subscribe and follow for more cooking videos and other Scoop from the Coop vlogs around the homestead, and drop me a comment which dish you think you would like best. Thanks for watching, everybody.